Okay, so this is an entity relation diagram for another client. So we got users again that has different information about the user, first name, last name, email, password, and all that stuff, right? Okay, Facebook ID begin. Okay, so one user, let's say I wanted to record the connection. So which users are connected to who? So how do I do that? I create a user ID and then I just link another. Why is that varchar? That's supposed to be integer. Okay, so that's wrong. Okay, but I also record the user ID that's a friend of that user. Okay, so let's say I'm a user ID 1 and user ID 357 are my friends. Then I would have 3 records in the connections table where it has my user ID, and then one row it has one of my friends' user ID. In another row it has my user ID, and then another, my second friend and third friend and so forth. Okay, makes sense? All right, so and that should be, yeah, okay. So user ID, okay. Now invites, these are the people that, oh, so when I email, so this is a relationship diagram for a site where a user can upload videos. Okay, so when they upload a video, I have a table that stores information about the video that has been created, description, site, whether it's public, whether it's default, right? Is public, is default, these are good. Total views, notice how those are integers, right? And feedback details, that can be a lot of text, so we did that. Categories, there are different video categories like education, public speaking, or whatever, right? So there are a lot of different categories, and we store the information about the categories in the categories table. Notice how all these are plural as well, and then the video is linked to the category. One category can have many videos, right? Makes sense? One user can have many videos. Okay. So one video can have many votes because people would vote on the video. How do we record that result? We store the user ID of the person that voted, the video ID, and then what they voted and things like that, and which part of the video that they voted. Okay, all right. So one video can have many votes. One user can have many votes. Right? One user should be able to vote many times, not just once. Okay, all right. So one user can have multiple votes for multiple videos. All right, and then one video could, from the video, user can send a lot of invites. So let's say I'm user ID 1, and for video ID 1, I sent a lot of invites. Okay, then I would have user ID 1, video ID 1, and in one row I would have email address of the first person I sent the invite to, second person, and so I could have 50 rows in the invites table that contains information about user ID 1, video ID 1. I can have also user ID 1, maybe I create a second video, video ID 2. Okay, so one user can send many invites, and one video can have many invites. Okay, that's one-to-many relationship. Usually you will have a lot of one-to-many relationship. So notice how a singular user underscore ID, category ID, user ID, video ID, and again when we use object relational mapper, without writing a single query, I can do, for example, I want to go from user. I want to create. Let's say I want to get all the votes that has been sent by user, all the users, or user ID 1. In ORM, all I do is I do user, arrow, video, arrow, votes, and it gets everything for me. I can do user, ID 1, videos, votes, and it does all the queries for me. What if I want to get all the categories that the user ID 1 submitted? I do user, 1, arrow, video, arrow, categories, and ORM will know how to do all of that if we follow the standard naming convention, right? The primary key should be ID. When we're referencing another table, that should be foreign keys, and that should be singular underscore ID. Okay? All right. Follow it. Do ERD. Make sure you do it before you create backend. Make sure you get this approved by another senior person before you start coding. Okay? It's so important to have the right entity relationship diagram. This is like the backbone of your program. If your backbone is screwed up, you're going to be screwed up. Okay.